in-game chats, as well as, of course, letting other people enjoy whatever they're doing in the privacy of your gaming session. And so, the Shield controller. Now this was engineered for serious gaming, and so was this device. Everything from the intake, to the spacing of the fan blades, to the cooler design, to the heatsink, to the location of the chip, to the outlet. Everything was meticulously and obsessively designed so that we can deliver the performance as well as making it whisper quiet. Engineered for performance, made to game. Well, let's see, well, of course, you've got the chip, you've got an incredible system, now you need to have a great store so that we can put the amazing games in the store. Now, Google Play is going to have hundreds, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of games over time. Well, we're going to put, we created a store that allows us to curate, if you will, the best of the best games, the ones that were engineered, were designed for Shield. And this is going to be the Shield store, and you can see there's some amazing games on here already. At the time of launch, we'll have over 50, and we're going to show you some examples of amazing games now. Let's go and yeah, that's right. Exactly. So let's take a look at some amazing games. To do that, let's welcome one of the best game developers in the world, Randy Pitchford. Well, you guys know that Randy created the amazing franchise Borderlands. You know what? I'm going to let you take it away. Tell us about this game that you're doing. I just can't. I'm so excited about you being on the platform, and quite frankly, I can't believe what I'm seeing. So
I got to thank you. Actually, this is an incredible platform. I love everything about it. Can I say that we've had one in our offices for a little while now? We've been playing with. Is that all right to talk about? Guys, we love partnering with Nvidia. These guys care about the same things we do. They care about technology, and they care about entertainment. And it's been such a joy to partner with Nvidia over the years, not simply because you're pushing with so much momentum, but your team. It's such a joy to work with. You know, if you're making entertainment, it's fun to, you know, it's good to have fun along.
That's cool. Well, we love to play. We love to play, and we love getting paid to play.
So you guys know that my studio and all the great talent at Gearbox Software has created a franchise known as Borderlands, and we love working on the Borderlands games. Recently we launched the latest Borderlands game called Borderlands, the pre-sequel. And it's going to come soon to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 along with Borderlands 2. But there's another new console that these games are coming to, and that's the Nvidia Shield. And I'm proud to say that we're taking the risk and giving our source code, which we don't do. We gave our source code to Nvidia and worked with them and collaborated with them. The game is already running on the Nvidia Shield, and it's incredible. Would you guys like to see what it looks like running on the Shield?
No, we're good. Thanks,
He's backstage. He's controlling. He's playing live right now. This is from Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and this is running on the new TX1 chip inside the Nvidia Shield.
Now this game was just on PC, it was just on PlayStation.
That's correct.
Unbelievable.
And it's feature complete. All of the features are there. It's astonishing. It's running right now at 30 frames per second. I think the performance is even better. This is a very powerful chip that Nvidia's made for us.
I just assume stream.
There's more skill, Steve.
Sure. I'll pay cheaper. It'll be cheaper. Save it last year.
Everybody knows that Borderlands is about action. It's about loot. It's about leveling up, getting killer guns, exploring the universe.
Looter shooter.
That's right, the first shooter looter. To be able to bring it to the Nvidia platform is just a thrill. I'm so proud that you guys have had us to join you here at the beginning of this journey.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Shield is going to make Shield so much better. Let's see some other games. This is from a really talented young developer called Crow Team, and they're going to show you something really, really special. So why don't we have Alan come on stage? Where's Alan?
Note to self, more games. We
Tell us what you have for guidance. Let's see what you've pushed the TX1 and Shield to be able to do.
So the Talos principle is what we like to call first-person philosophical puzzler. So it's kind of like a new thing for us. We've been experimenting somewhat with new game mechanics, and we found out they're so cool we need to make a new game out of that. And now we are very proud and super excited that we were able to bring this to the new Shield platform, which is it's a full PC game. It runs with full PC content on Shield.
On this little tiny thing?
Yes.
Craziness, crazy talk. Let's take a look at it. Wow.
This actually looks better
That's true. It's not important. For television, you're sitting there, you're solving puzzles, right?
Yes.
Tell us about it. Why don't you walk us through the game? So it's just beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. So you can see, you play as a robot.
Good point.
And what exactly is this robot doing here in this medieval
Hopefully the robot
forest?
will pick an apple
This
off
is
the tree.
kind of like a story for the player to discover as he plays. The most important thing for you is to gather these sigils, like this green one here, and Goran, who's playing, is going to have to manipulate these objects in order to make sure that the red and blue rays do not intersect. And he can have his sigil and proceed with the story. So, what's interesting for us here, technologically wise, is that this is actually, in our 20 years of developing games, this is the first time ever that we ported to a new platform. The first time it compiled, it ran, and it ran well. Wow, so this is amazing.
That's fantastic. Well, partly the reason for that, of course, is because the architecture of TX1 and the architecture of a PC arguably is very, very close, because it's exactly the same Maxwell GPU, is exactly the same APIs, is exactly the same middleware. And so as a result, the engine should be able to run almost exactly.
Yes, that's true. That's the same thing.
Yeah, if you can bring it straight.
And the pixel quality is exactly the same.
Yes, this
is something compelling.
If I were to put up a PC right now, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The pixel quality is exactly the same.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
We continue to be amazed with this every day.
Thank you very much, Alan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Talos principle, looking for hours and hours of gameplay. Well, we have somebody really special. When Doom was announced, Nvidia almost went out of business. And the reason for that is because for literally 9 months, every engineer we hired, all they did was play Doom. I'll tell you, they weren't the only ones. I stopped raising money. I just focused on playing Doom. And this is obviously a franchise of great notoriety. They played a huge role in the advancement of 3D graphics. Quite frankly, if not for the support of Quake and Doom and some other games in the beginning, like for example Unreal, the 3D graphics industry would have evolved in a very, very different way. This is a very important franchise, and it's an incredibly great joy that I invite Tim Wills. You know, it's kind of amazing and kind of weird to see work that it does running on this little tiny device, because it is really historically well known for pushing the edge of technology. If it ran Quake, it was supposed to be a workstation, if you kind of remember. And so the fact that we're sitting here on stage talking about the work that you guys are doing now and TX1 is kind of an amazing thing. So tell us what you have for us.
Well, today we have the Doom 3 BFG edition. So what this is everything that we've released for Doom up to now. So you have the original Doom 3 enhanced version. You have both mission packs. And as an added bonus, you have the original Doom 1 and Doom 2. Yes, all in one package.
Wow. What the similar development style of review
And one of the great
using
things
games that are 2,
is
3,
that
4 years
this
old?
really is the only official version of Doom on any Android platform.
Wow.
You know, for,
okay when I get home.
our games have always taxed systems. As you know, we worked together for 18 years, you know, it's really exciting for us to bring Doom to the masses. You know, the game that we'll show is running at, you know, full fidelity, 60 hertz. It looks great and it plays awesome.
And there are hundreds of millions of young people who really needs to be scared out of their wits on this game. And so let's take a look at it. Ladies and gentlemen,
as you can see,
But again,
60 hertz, it looks great. You know, we went through every single level of the original Doom 3 and made enhancements to all of them. Again, both mission packs. You know, the thing is if you haven't experienced the Doom franchise, or you want to refamiliarize yourself with an old friend, this really is the best version, and it has everything Doom in one package.
that's amazing. Dynamic lighting. Hey, look, if it wasn't because of Doom, we wouldn't have all learned how to strafe.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
And the universal language, WASD. Okay, fantastic. This is your really, really beautiful screen to have you guys on the platform.
Thank you for having
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Yes.
Any breakthrough platform really has to ask one question. There's really one question. Are you worthy? There's one question. Do you deserve to be in the game? There is one question. Are you good technology? There's that one question. And the one question, you guys know it. Can it run Crysis? Are you worthy? Can it run Crysis?
We're running at 900.
To help us answer that very question, let me welcome a dear friend on stage. Jevin, where are you? The CEO, the founder of the famous Crytek. So tell us what you're going to show us. Tell us about it.
Like I said, there's a verse. I'm really sure that it's
Well, I just didn't want to put it all on the line, you know, on my first day out. So do a good job.
So we got to access the Shield console, and we were amazed by the power of the TX1. I mean, it's an incredible chip, super powerful. And yeah, we said, okay, let's test it. Let's see where it goes. And then we started porting the game. And we're always excited about new technology, always excited to be next to you on the pivotal moments. We think this is a groundbreaking moment for Nvidia. So we said, we gotta test it, we gotta see it. And we compiled it, we had it running, and it was just amazing. And yeah, and then we said, okay, let's look at which game we can port on. So we just ported the CryEngine first. The latest version, uncut, unshortened.
The latest version.
Latest version of the engine. Then we took the next steps of which game can we run on. So we choose Crysis 3.
The Crysis 3? I've got a lot more to lose than you do, you know? I just put it all out there on the line.
So not only we ported Crysis 3 actually, so we have today actually Crysis 3 running as a multiplayer.
Wow.
So we ported one of the most famous maps in Crysis 3 multiplayer. As you know, Crysis 3 is out on consoles, and we want to expand it now to the Android TV model. And so with your help, we are able to reach, hopefully, hundreds of millions of gamers out there.
Well, before you guys, just remember, what you're about to witness is running on a little tiny processor called the Tegra X1 on a Shield Android TV console that is sitting quietly, whisper quiet, in your living room. Okay?
And it can run
And it can run crisis.
So let's have a look at the demo.
Wow. You know, one of the things that Crytek is known for is you guys just push technology to a limit. Graphics technology is always the best you can ever see. But look at this, it's just beautiful.
So we got the latest engine, with physical-based shading, all the physics is there. So without all the bells and whistles of the Pi engine, this is running at 30 frames per second right now.
I love the nano suit. Look at the nano suit, it just looks beautiful.
So on the left, actually, we have me looking at you. And on the right, you got me, you looking at me.
Hey, wait, which one's me? The one that's good?
So the right one is you, left one is me.
Well, so, Jensen, you always pull the trigger first.
Of course. Let the fight begin.
Oh, look at that. Look how quick that Jensen guy is.
It's actually pretty, not quite 60.
So Jensen down there.
Boy, that Jensen guy sure is quick. And then the big roll crisis. Is it worthy? It's worthy. What an amazing game platform. That Jensen guy sure is quick on his feet. Games. We're going to expand the reach of games to Android TV all over the world.
Once again,
These games are in the Android
Let's see if it actually
Play Store. You click, you download it, you start playing. And it is beautiful. Without a special box, it is now just an app. This app is the Shield Store and a bunch of games in it. I think this is really going to expand the reach of games. And so you now have a revolutionary television device, the world's most advanced smart TV, voice search capabilities, 4K, 30 bits per pixel, incredibly snappy, incredibly fast, elegantly sitting there on your desk, in your living room, and a store full of some amazing, amazing games. There'll be 50 at the time of launch. There'll be 50 at the time of launch. Most game platforms will be lucky to have a few at the time of launch. We'll have over 50 in the store at the time of launch. All that, the revolutionary television experience, the world's most advanced Android TV, the first 4K Android TV device, and TX1 powered game platform, all for an incredible value of $199. And instead of bundling a remote control, we decided to bundle the game controller. And the reason for that is because we would like you to have the entire experience of the Shield console right from the first day you get it. $199, incredible value. You pull it out of the box, you plug it in, you boot, Android TV comes up, and a world of entertainment inside. You type in your Gmail address. If you happen to be an Android user like us, all of a sudden, your music, your movies, and if you like, your photos, all kinds of amazing things show up instantly. Really, really easy to use, incredible amounts of value, $199. I don't even know how they did it.
It's simple, we send them to the watch like every other
So that was our second announcement, game console. Let me talk about the third announcement. We've been working on this for some time. It's an incredibly difficult problem. We've been building a supercomputer, as it turns out. And our hope, our vision was this. We asked ourselves, wouldn't it be amazing if we could just stream video games from the cloud? The way that people stream Netflix from the cloud, the way we stream music with Spotify. We could expand the reach of gaming in a way that no platform in the history of mankind could. Sure, it was an incredibly difficult challenge. And for the last several months, we've been testing the platform. We've been testing the platform in public. People have been using it on the Shield tablets. It's now set up all over the world, from Taiwan to Europe, all over the United States. We partner with Amazon, who's running in all their data centers. And we've been testing it and testing it and testing it. And I can tell you today, I'm so pleased to announce that after all of this testing, we've come to the conclusion that we have in our hands the world's first game streaming service via Video Grid. We are going to make it an official service.
Not necessarily the world's first, but let's let the man speak.
But there's more.
What's up?
It's a full-out service, and I'll show you the service in just a second. It's a full-out service. But more than the fact that it's just now click and play, which is just incredibly delightful. Instead of downloading 50, 60, 70, and in time, 200 gigabytes of games, hours and hours of digital download, because we want bigger and bigger games and richer experiences, you could click and start playing the game in less than a minute. Click and play in less than a minute. Well, not only could you enjoy the game in 720p 30, we're going to offer a premium service that delivers the experience at 1080p 60 frames per second. Unbelievable. So this dream has taken us several years, and let me tell you why. Well, it turns out, in order to, once we started tackling the problem, and we said, wouldn't it be great if we could just stream games from the cloud? We move the computer to the data. We keep the data in the cloud, we move the computer to the data, we interact with that computer. That computer is hundreds of miles away, and we'll mash our buttons, and magically, the graphics change on your television, and it's as if the game console, it's as if the computer is right here in the room with you. Well, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. And so we dug into it and we started working on the problem. As it turns out, everything's a problem. As it turns out, everything's a problem. And so over the course of several years, we divided the problem into work for almost every single organization in our company. Every single organization in our company started working on this problem. They all worked on it in the course of due time. Everything from architecting the GPU so that it could be the most energy efficient GPU in a data center, because we're going to be streaming games to millions of people, to hundreds of millions of people, we hope billions of people. And so over time, the number of game sessions we're going to have in the cloud is going to grow pretty dramatically. Energy efficiency is job one. We have to be able to render, encode, grab that frame buffer, encode it, and stream it so quickly, because we have just no time to waste. We are counting every single clock tick, every single millisecond, from the moment that we touch the button, all the way out to the internet, all the way into a data center, all the way through the graphics engine, all to the game engine, the rendering engine, all the way back. Every single clock tick was measured, accounted for, and we just meticulously grinded each and every one of those things over the course of multiple years. Brand new GPU. Brand new SoC, the Tegra X1, so that it could decode and render incredibly fast. Even the game controller was made Wi-Fi direct, so that we could save a few milliseconds there. The game engine, the middleware had to be re-engineered to be the lowest latency possible. We put these GPU supercomputers all over the world, embedded it within the Amazon AWS service, so that we can serve customers everywhere in the world. And of course, we needed large scale. We came to the conclusion that this is a problem that needed to be solved end to end. Chips on both ends, software on both ends, system software on both ends, virtualization technology to be invented, streaming technology to be invented, solving it end to end. And that if we didn't do it, if we didn't undertook this journey, and because we have all the pieces, that it simply would not get done. And we worked on it year in and year out, year in and year out. And I'm just incredibly delighted that the team, after beta and testing all over the world now for several months, we're just so happy that we believe now this can be a real service. Now the amazing thing is this: if you have a good internet connection, and I have a fairly good one, it's not a great one, it's a fairly good one, I can get from the point that I click for the electricity, the signal to go down to a data center hundreds of miles away in Oregon, for it to come back with a rendered image with no buffering at all. It happens in 150 milliseconds or so. That is approximately half the time that we use as humans in a blink. A typical blink is 300 to 400 milliseconds. So basically half the blink of an eye. Half the blink of an eye. Button press, the pixels show up 150 milliseconds. Incredibly, incredibly low latency. So I want to thank all of the NVIDIA engineers. The number of engineers that have touched, worked on this over the years is countless. And everybody in their little skunk works continued to work on this until one day we were able to put it together on an end-to-end experience and bring gaming, extremely high-quality gaming, to the world. I want to thank all of you guys. Thank you very much. So that's the technology foundation. On top of it, we created 2 stores. There will be a subscription, a basic subscription and a premium subscription. We will make the service simultaneously available in May when Shield hits the stores. Shield hits the store in May in the United States, and we'll make this service available simultaneously. There will be a subscription, a basic subscription, and a premium subscription. And with it, there will be a library of free with subscription games. There'll be wonderful games. Wonderful games. That's the basic service. The second service is on top of that, so that you could buy and play in less than a minute, some of the best games in the world. And it's being released, there's games that would be released simultaneously on all of the other platforms. Because of the work that we have done, we've made it so easy for game developers to onboard their games onto Grid. And as a result, on the day of their launch on other platforms, you'll have available AAA, brand new release games available simultaneously on Grid. The difference, of course, is that it's very likely that you'll be playing first. About $12 earlier.
I think so.
Buy and play in a minute. Well, let's take a look at what this technology can do, and I'll show you some other parts of some other games in just a second. The first game that I would like to show you is Grid 2. The reason I want to show you Grid 2